Now, it's time to talk about bullying, and we have with us Dr. James O'Higgins-Norman, who is Director of the National Anti-Bullying Research and Resource Centre in DCU. You're very welcome back, James.
Thanks, Pat.
Could I ask your bullying expert how to manage a situation I have with my 10-year-old daughter who's just started 4th class? There's a clique of 4 girls in my daughter's class, and in the past year they've become experts at deliberately excluding certain kids within the class, my daughter being one. Their actions range from bringing in gifts for their friends and making a point of giving them out in full view of the class, and to put the boot in saying, "Oh, I'm not giving you one." They don't let my daughter join in their games and regularly make snide and mean remarks to her or about her. My daughter tries her best to put on a brave face, and quite often it takes days before she tells us that this has happened. All the while she's been dwelling on why she was left out. The teacher tries her best to control this type of behaviour, but I'm dreading my daughter having to put up with it for the rest of primary school. Are there any ways in which I can help her deal with it? She's very non-confrontational even with her siblings at home, so she would be very hesitant in standing up to these girls. Any help would be appreciated.
Absolutely. I mean, the interesting thing in that is that the teacher does her best to try and control it. I'd like to know what that means. This really is something that has to be named and dealt with, and sanctions applied in the school in a very decisive way. Schools are obliged underneath the National Action Plan on Bullying to take action and be accountable for any bullying that occurs in the school. So in that case there, it may be that they have been kind of vague in their response and tried to manage it on a day-to-day basis, but actually those girls need to be called in, their parents need to be called in, and the school needs to be really decisive and name the problem.
What happens though when you call in a clique of girls who are joint bullies, if you like? I mean, are they not likely to stick together like the Three Musketeers and D'Artagnan and give 2 fingers to authority?
So often the reason behind the bullying is because there's a difference there. The children don't understand a difference, or they may get a sense of power out of being in that clique and protecting each other in that way. The school needs to break that down. They need to speak to them individually, separate them out, apply sanctions, involve the parents, and work in a sustained way over a period of time to weaken the strength of that clique. Even if all you do is change their behaviour on the outside, eventually then maybe internally they might become nicer people.